Hey, my name is Warner Workman. I'm with the Sons of the American Revolution, and I'm a member of the Sergeant Major John Champ chapter in Loudoun County, Virginia. So what I wanted to do real quick is I wanted to give, so our chapter's trying to capture for posterity, or posterior, either one, all of our members' colonial ancestor, right? So I'm going to be the first one that does this. We'll see how this goes. We're going to record a bunch of other people. Everybody's got a fascinating story of how they got to this point. In mine, I'll be honest with you, I think it's super interesting. Now, I got a bunch of them. I'll say at least half a dozen, if not more, that I can prove lineage, in that, mid to late 1700 time frame. The one that I have registered with the Sons of the American Revolution is a gentleman named Joseph Springer. But before I tell you about Joseph, I want to tell you about how the Springer line got here, right? So Joseph Springer's grandfather was kidnapped, put on a British ship, shipped over to the colonies, and sold as a slave to whoever, right? And after 5 years, they let him go. It ended up being like an indentured servant thing. But the reality was he was kidnapped, he was sold off as a slave, and he served 5 years, and then he was freed. Well, Joseph had heard about this colony of Swedes in Delaware. So after he gained his freedom, he went to Delaware, right? So that was Joseph's grandfather. The grandfather's name is Carl Charles Christopher Springer. And he was born in 1658, died in 1738. So he was the progenitor of the Springer line in the United States, not by choice, but by kidnapping, sold off as a slave, and then freed after 5 years, right? So, so let me tell you a little bit about Joseph Springer. He was born in 1739, and he died in 1832. So he was 40 years old when he ended up, joining, the colonial militia or whatever unit it was. Specifically, Joseph Springer, he was a private third class in Captain John Garrett's company, 1778. Colonel Thomas Duffy, North Division, Borough, Wilmington, Delaware. He was born, lived, and died in Wilmington, at least according to my info here. So Joseph Springer was married, and he married a woman named Lydia Springer. I don't know her maiden name, right? But anyway, so that's my, basically colonial ancestor as documented within Sons of the American Revolution. So here's how the lineage goes, and I'll start with me. So I'm Warner Workman. I was born in 1962. Then my dad is Warner Workman as well. He was born in 1940. My grandfather was George William Wortman, right? So they messed around with the spelling. Most of the time it was W-O-R-T-M-A-N. It really wasn't until they got to the United States, actually in the 20th century did they adopt the spelling of W-O-R-K-M-A-N. So just a little oddity. But it's William Travis Wortman. And then his dad was Warner Whipple Workman. I always liked that name. I remember when I was in grade school, I had done a report. My grandfather's brother had done a bunch of genealogy back then, which actually is what got me excited about genealogy just in general. And I had this report on Warner Whipple Workman. I just thought it was so funny. So Warner Whipple's Workman's mother was Eleanor Springer Wortman. And then her dad was John Springer. And then we get to Joseph Springer, my colonial patriot ancestor, right? So that's it for me. So I'm going to do some other ones as well. Some of the other colonial patriots that served. Anyway, it's quick, it's short, it's sweet. I just wanted to share that with you. And hopefully we can get, some people doing this, right? It'd be sort of exciting. I may redo this once I figure out what I want to say and what I want to do. But for now, I'm going to edit this, post it. And this will be, video ancestor number 1 from the Sergeant Major John Champ chapter of the Sons of the American Revolution. God bless.